So my brief is to bring Nigeria to account. And bringing Nigeria to account includes challenging the territorial jurisdiction of a nation that committed such serious and reprehensible conduct. There are countervailing measures, and I have laid everything before the Commission, and I expect to prevail.
What likely remedies do you expect to come out of that Commission?
There are 4 that are clear, legislated on. Yes. I'm not making it up. First one is called restitution. In common parlance, you can say restoration. So if you rendition somebody, you got to restore him to the state of being before you rendition him. The state of being of Nnamdi Kanu was that he was duly admitted into Kenya on 5th May on a British passport. So the rendition sort of upset the apple cart. One of the remedies, of course, as I mentioned, you restore him to either Kenya or Britain. That was the country of the passport with which he traveled. The second one is what they call satisfaction. The other one is compensation. Monetary is huge. It can be in the hundreds of millions of any local currency. And the other one is guarantee of future good behavior, so that when you encounter the suspect again, you respect yourself and respect him as well, and do whatever I want to do through due process. So I have asked the Commission to give to my client the remedies to which he's entitled. And the most important one is that he has to be restored back to the status that he was before he was rendition. I'm going to insist on that. So he'll be restored to UK. If you like, you can ask UK to put some limits on his freedom. So you can go to UK and file for extradition. Nigeria has an extradition agreement or some understanding with United Kingdom. Nigeria has a legal standing to approach a UK court to extradite.
That's a mutual legal assistance.
Yes, something like that. Within the Commonwealth, we have our own and they have their own. So you work within the purview of the black letter law on point and get your suspect to be in your jurisdiction.
Now let's talk about the African Commission on Human and People's Rights and the legal remedies, which you mentioned before we went on that break. My question to you is, how binding will those legal remedies, if you eventually get them, be on the Nigerian government? Because it's one thing to enter into an international protocol, but it's another thing to abide by the creed and the spirits behind that protocol. And we've seen several times in which decisions and orders given by the community court, the regional court, Community Court of Justice, ECOWAS, as we know it to be, has not been, respected by the Nigerian government. So how hopeful are you that whatever remedies you get from the African Commission on Human and People's Rights will be complied with?
Well, it's, let me say it's like doing shadow boxing here, and you hope to strike a soft one. Nigeria has quite a reputation for disobeying court orders, not only continental ones, but national ones. But you got to keep pushing. A lawyer, as a good lawyer should, go for the remedies to which his client is entitled. If you keep considering the other ones, the negativities, all these things you just reeled out, you will never take a step. So I'm hoping Nigeria would respect itself and respect the continent of Africa, the commission that it helped to set up, and obey any decisions that will be emanating from that commission. So I'm not discouraged. I can only say this, that it's the chances of Nigeria obeying that remain the same as the chances of Nigeria obeying orders issuing from its own national courts.